Thank you, that was beautiful. Good afternoon, and welcome to Twelveacres' 81st Anniversary Annual Meeting. I'm Linda Grazer, President of the Board of Directors, and we are so happy to see you. We are delighted to have you join us today at this Thanksgiving season. At 12Acres, we are indeed grateful for all the progress and healings that have taken place this past year. What will be new and different today is that we will have a very special guest who will be leading us all in a musically inspirational experience, focusing on the idea of children of light. Desiree Goyette. Desiree is an inspirational songwriter, speaker, creative writer, and performer, best known for her Grammy-nominated work in the world of children's television and toys. She enjoys sharing her music with a wide variety of audiences, in addition to secular performances, including theater, television, cabaret, and Carnegie Hall. She has been featured at several Christian Science Church Alive and youth conferences in the U.S. and Germany, and is a regular guest soloist at the Mother Church, First Church of Christ Scientists in Boston. Her poetry and writings have been published in the Christian Science periodicals, and 3 of her newest hymns are included in the Christian Science hymnal supplement. In the 90s, Desiree also served as a member of the 12Acres board, so there is a special place in her heart for our healing mission. Now, please join me in welcoming Desiree Goyette.
We wanted to share this topic of light because I think we all are, I know that we all are, children of light. And I'm really grateful that the request for hymn 58 came before our service to get us started on a right foot there. I really appreciate that. But what that means is I'm going to swap out this hymn that I'd like us to sing now, because we were going to do another version of that same hymn. But I think this next one is actually more in keeping with our theme. Yeah. Walking in the light of love, walking in the light of God. Do we know that one? From the new hymnal supplement, hymn number 460. Let's walk in the light of God together. I love this quote from Isaiah. O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. So let's sing together, hymn 460. Are you ready? Okay. We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking. that came to me about a year ago was this idea of how we truly are the expression of soul. Certainly is something I've lived with all of my life. I grew up with that idea that we were all expressions of soul. But it's only now starting to become even clearer to me that that encompasses a whole world of wonderful, creative ideas, of wonderfully spiritual intuition, and how we use that every day in our lives, this idea of our spiritual sense, which defies and denies all physical sense. We are, each and every one of us, the song of soul. I'd like to share that with you now. I can't quite put my finger on it, yet I can depend upon it. Yes. Flowing through and moving me, setting apprehensions free. Oh yes, you don't have to see it to know, you don't have to wait for it to grow, you don't need to set your sights on some long distant goal. To know you are the song of soul. It's like the morning sun arising, comforting and harmonizing, yes. Painting everything I see in rainbow-colored artistry. Oh yes, so you don't have to climb the highest peak, don't need any magic words to speak, you don't need to try to measure up and prove your whole. To know you are the song of soul. Like this very minute, there's no boundary, no limit to your light. One with all creation, you're an endless celebration, singing through the night. You can't quite put your finger on it, still you can depend upon it. Yes. It's animating you and me, setting apprehension free. Oh yes. So you don't need to search the deepest sea, you don't need to change your history, you don't need to cross some stormy bridge and pay the toll. To know you are the song. To know you are the song
member of our board for the last 4 years as treasurer. Gene has also served on the boards of Shepherd School, Fern Lodge, and Ardenwood. In 2000, he helped launch the Mary Baker Eddy Library for the Betterment of Humanity and served as its operations officer until the library opened in 2002. He is a licensed civil engineer in California and Arizona and ran his own firm for 25 years. Working on the board with Gene has been a great pleasure. He is a whiz with finances while expressing great wisdom and always has a sparkle in his eye. Today he'll give a brief financial report and then share with you inspiration and insights he has gained from his work as a board member. Please help me welcome Gene.
Thank you, Linda. It is such a joy to have you all here with us today. And wow, how special is it to have Desiree here? First, let me get the numbers out of the way. Our fiscal year ran from July 1st, 2012 to June 30th, 2013. For that period, our income was about $1,581,000, consisting of about $864,000 from the state of California and contributions of about $717,000 from our very generous field. Our expenses for the same period were about $1,648,000. The biggest part of these expenses went to salaries for our wonderful employees of about $991,000. Speaking of our employees, as shared in our recent newsletter, we have just embarked on a matching fundraising program aimed at enhancing remuneration for our dedicated staff. Your contributions earmarked for this matching fund by January 31st will be doubled. Please seriously consider making an extra donation for this purpose. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have regarding these financial information after the meeting. Now, for the good part. The rest of my talk will be centered on the topics: how we approach the finances at 12 Acres, and why I serve on the board. And actually, these two topics are intertwined. From my very beginning of assisting nonprofits, I have approached the venture, and particularly the finances, with the expectancy of good. As we heard in the Bible lesson this week, from Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, God is good, and the Scriptures declare all that he made to be good, like himself, good in principle and in idea. Therefore, the spiritual universe is good and reflects God as he is. Really, all there is good. All we need to do is to realize this fact in our lives and put it into practice. When the picture presents itself that we have a lack or scarcity, reverse this erroneous picture with the truth of God's creation, that only good is present, and that is all that can be experienced. I am guided by Mrs. Eddy's words from Science and Health. The discoverer of Christian Science finds the path less difficult when she has the high goal always before her thoughts than when she counts her footsteps in endeavoring to reach it. When the destination is desirable, expectation speeds our progress. Thus, our leader provides guidance for how 12 Acres can manage its finances. Rather than dwelling on the seeming lack and want, we should look to what is really going on, and that is the ever-unfolding good of our bountiful Father. This Thanksgiving season is a wonderful opportunity to recognize what we have and how much we have to be grateful for. Over and over, we have seen that by turning our thought to what is real, good, we have what we need, and then some. These contributions we receive consist of hundreds of monetary gifts, large and small, from our supporters, many of whom are with us today. We also receive bequests and gifts from corporations and foundations. We know that this ongoing support is because of the excellent work going on here at 12Acres. We also have the opportunity for our supporters to help by volunteering their services or by contributing needed supplies or equipment. Currently, we have the need for 2 vehicles and many other pieces of equipment. We also continue to be guided by principle in all we do. For instance, this year, at the suggestion of our auditor, we've modified the way we record the contributions that we receive. We now have 2 employees count and log all the contributions. In this way, 12Acres and the individual employees are protected. This dual recording does add a little bit of time to the process, but it's well worth the extra. The expectancy of good that I spoke about earlier with respect to our finances is also one of the reasons that I joined the board. When considering participating on the board, I needed to respond to concerns in my thought that there was insufficient healing work being done at 12Acres. Of course, this was only in my thought, because as I got to know more of what goes on at the various houses, it was obvious that there was much healing going on. In fact, it was this expectancy of good which governed much of the staff's thought as they worked with the residents. Knowing that only good could be expressed allowed them to be part of the progress that is constantly being manifested. This concept of the expectancy of good leads me back to the Bible and the story of Hagar in Genesis. Remember that Abraham was led by God to put out Hagar and their son into the desert. After she wandered in the desert for a time, she ran out of water and was prepared to die along with her son. In her despair, she cried to the Lord for help. Now, quoting from Genesis, God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of the heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. The thing that always strikes me about this story is that God didn't make water appear for Hagar. He opened Hagar's eyes to see what was already there. We all can benefit from this illustration by knowing what is always true about man and his relation to God. Only good is present in God's creation, and as we look to this reality, we can confidently move forward with the expectancy of good. That water, whatever our need seems to be, is already there, and we only need to realize this as a fact to bring it into our experience. Also, the progress being made in the implementation of our own day program at 12Acres is an outstanding example of this expectancy of good. We are working hard to institute a program which will be at the highest level, which will enable residents to have far-reaching educational opportunities as well as meaningful employment experiences. This program would reduce the waiting periods for the residents who participate and allow for real progress in their lives. Again, a real expectancy of good. We all need to claim this reality of this expectancy of good. Thank you all again for being here today, and for your continuing support of 12 Acres. Thank you.
I cannot tell you what a joy it always is to hear this being sung back to me. This is something that I wrote initially as a solo quite a number of years ago. And it's just such an honor to now see it in this new form in our supplement. So hymn 444, I Am the Lord. So also, while on tour, doing the 12 Acres tour, one of the campaigns, one of the sort of taglines we were using at that time, and perhaps still, was the concept of reaching higher. Reaching higher. And so I wrote a little ditty that was then used in this video that we would take around and show to folks. And so I'd like to share, someone gave me that video. I don't remember who. Thank you very much for sharing it back to me so that I could then relearn this song for today. I couldn't remember how it went. So here it is, Reaching Higher, and it's in the spirit of what you're about to hear as the Marlie Brooks Award is about to be given, and you'll be hearing more and more about all the many accomplishments that so many clients have been making and continue to make. So here is Reaching Higher.
Turning a dream into more than just desire. Putting a prayer into action, ever reaching higher. You've taken another step, and that is only the beginning. To showing the world each day the freedom you are winning, reaching higher.
Lynn Watts has served as the Executive Director of 12 Acres since 2005. Before coming to 12 Acres, Lynn was the Director of Christian Science Nursing at El Dorado Vista, a Christian Science nursing facility in Phoenix, Arizona. He has been a Christian Science nurse since 1980 and graduated from the nursing school at Ardenwood. He also has a BA in English from the University of Washington and teaching certifications in language arts, English, elementary ed, and special education, and worked as a special ed teacher in the Seattle area. When he's not in town running 12 Acres, Lynn is traveling to cities all over the country, fundraising and sharing with others the many successes in care and education for our residents, as well as much progress and healing. We are all inspired by the enthusiasm and love Lynn continues to express for the staff, the residents, and his work at 12 Acres. Now he will share with you some reports of healing and then present the Marlie Brooks Award. Please join me in welcoming Lynn Watts.
Thanks, Linda, and thank you all for being here for this wonderful celebration of healing. In the Bible, in 1 Thessalonians, it's written, "But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day would overtake you like a thief. Ye are all sons of light and sons of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. Then let us not sleep as others do, but let us be alert and sober." If we are children of light, what is it that we are to be alert to? Well, in Science and Health, the founder of Christian Science, Mary Baker Eddy, wrote, "Blessed is that man who seeth his brother's need and supplieth it, seeking his own in another's good." Seeking another's good. That's what it means to be children of light. And that's what the residents and staff of 12 Acres are doing every day. In the last year, I've noticed that the residents are helping each other more and more and helping our staff as well. In fact, they've even given members of our staff prayerful treatment, which has been effective. Let me just give you a few examples of the wonderful healing that I've seen in the last year. When a staff member was assisting a resident to get ready for their day program, the resident began giving Christian Science treatment for another staff member who was not feeling well. This resident said, "He is a child of God. This is no part of him," that is, the problem he was dealing with. The staff member was feeling fine the next time he worked. Recently, the residents of 12 Acres went out for lunch, and when it was time to leave the restaurant, a staff member needed help walking a Lily House resident to the parking lot. When one of the other residents saw the situation, she very gently took the arm of the Lily House resident and talked with her while they walked to the van. Just that wonderful sense of seeing a need and supplying it. Here's another one. A staff member asked one of the residents to get her Bible lesson one day, but she did not move or respond. Another housemate who was nearby and witnessed the lack of response explained to the staff member that the resident could not hear her. And she told the staff member that what she should do is go up, look in the other resident's eyes, and speak louder. After the staff member did this, the resident said, "Okay," and went and got her Bible lesson. The staff member was very thankful to the housemate for her alertness and support of the other resident. And finally, when told that a staff member was not feeling well one day, another resident replied, "That's error. She'll be happy now." And she was. For me, these experiences are reminders that as we support healing, we recognize that we are all children of God. So it's a joyful occasion for me to be able to recognize one of the residents for their progress in healing. The winner of this year's Marlie Brooks Award for a resident who has made great progress is Katie Reckers of Bucknell House. Katie, would you stand up? Where are you? Katie. So, excuse me a second. I'm going to have Katie sit back down for a minute because I've got a few things to say about her first. Go ahead, sit down for a minute, Katie, then we'll... Sorry about that. Let me just read to you some of the things our staff wrote in nominating Katie for this award. Katie has a big heart. She loves people and has always wanted to help both the residents and the staff. She had a wonderful healing of a fractured ankle. Katie had a very strong desire to continue her daily activities in spite of this challenge. Katie continually reassured the staff. She told them, "It's okay, all is well." She never complained. She was very positive, expecting healing. Through prayerful support from her practitioner and the staff, the healing took place harmoniously. Katie is always very considerate of her fellow roommates as well as the home staff. Almost every morning she greets the staff and then asks, "Are you happy?" Katie is also speaking more clearly. It was Katie who gave the Christian Science treatment to one of the staff and said, "She'll be happy now." And now our program director, Amy Helio, will present Katie with the award. Amy, where are you? Oh, here she is, good. And I understand Katie's family is here beside her. Would you all stand up? And Katie, would you stand up, please? Let's give them a big round of
Thank you. Thoughts. Amen. Amen. That's great. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. And congratulations. The truth is, all the residents have made great progress this year. Please give all the residents a round of applause for their vigor. When we asked Katie what hymn she would like to hear from Desiree to celebrate her progress, she asked for hymn 139, "I Walk with Love." So why don't we all stand up, those or get ready to sing hymn 139. Desiree will lead us.
fellow members today who will be retiring from the 12Acres Board. Our first honoree is our dear friend and former Vice President, Susan Brewer. She's been a journal-listed Christian Science practitioner since 2005 and also served on the board of the Peninsula Visiting Nurse Service for a number of years. Included in the many other areas where Susan has served the cause of Christian Science, she has given numerous talks on the subject of healing, some at Church Alive summits, as well as being a keynote speaker at the Church Alive in Florida. Susan has served as vice president of our board of directors for the past 5 years. She has a sharp eye for seeing the deeper issue, and we so admire her ability to think outside the box. We greatly appreciate her creativity, love, joy, and support as a very important part of this board. Our next honoree is former board president Christopher Wright. Christopher served for 6 years as president of the board up until last December. He is also the founder and president of his own educational nonprofit, the Coria Foundation. During the time he served on the 12Acres Board, Christopher helped to reconfigure our 4 residence homes, to move our residents to better day programs, to admit our first out-of-state residents after nearly a decade, and to purchase Lily House. Christopher expresses a great sense of patience, grace, and willingness. He jumps right in without hesitation whenever there's a need. We are presenting each of them with a gift of our gratitude for their dedication and loving service to 12Acres. We will dearly miss you both, but wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Please come up and receive the gift. Now I'd like to introduce the rest of our board members who are present today. Please stand when I call your name. One of our parent members, Andrea Mooney. And Francesca Carpel, seated in the back. Jane Fowler. And you met Jean DeVoe, our treasurer. And our 2 newest members, Jean McAllister and Eric Paget. It's a privilege to serve with each of you. Thank you so much. Now, Lynn will present the Manager's Award.
Continuing our theme of children of light, in the Bible, in the book of Matthew, it's written, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick. And it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Many Christian scientists, including our program director Amy Hellyer and Pam Littwiller, the house manager we are honoring today, had their first opportunity to support Christian Science healing in a Christian Science facility while working at 12Acres. Many have continued working here or went on to become Christian Science nurses, practitioners, staff members, or teachers at other Christian Science facilities, organizations, and schools. Each of them has blessed and is blessing the world with their works and their support of Christian Science healing. They are truly children of light. Now we will honor our outgoing manager, Pam Littwiller, who will be leaving us by the end of December. Pam has greatly blessed all of us with her care for the residents. family members, and the staff of 12 Acres. Before becoming a manager of Lily House and our Adaptive Skills Training Program, Pam cheerfully worked as an assistant manager, and she also stepped in as our office assistant to help us organize our office, our newsletters, and our fundraising when we needed that. Those of you that know Pam know that she answered the call from 12 Acres when the need was greatest, and has not flinched from dealing with challenging situations, even though it meant commuting 3 to 4 hours every day to and from work. One of the great joys of working for a Christian Science organization is the wonderful people that we get to know along the way. And Pam is one of those wonderful people. We're very grateful for all that she has done for 12 Acres. Pam, would you come up, please? We're going to give you a gift. For your love and service, Pam. All right. Well, we also want to honor 2 new assistant managers. We had 2 managers who went through our assistant manager training, and recently passed their administrator's test and fulfilled all the requirements. So, Ekba and Joash, where are you? I think you're in the middle here somewhere. Would you please stand up? Thank you to us from Pacific College. Thank you so much for your willingness to serve. All right, and I would also like to have all of our staff who are here, our former staff, please stand. They really deserve a round of applause. They have done a great job. Thank you all for everything that you do. And now to honor our staff and our board members, Desiree will sing the solo, "The Lord Will Preserve."
In the early morning, when my heart is waking up, I imagine just how well my day will go. And if my soul's a little anxious and my hopes a little down, I take a moment to remember all I need to know. The Lord will preserve my going out, shine a sweet light on any doubt, each step to take, each gift to wake, each song to sing. The Lord will preserve my coming in, showing me right where to begin. The Lord will take care of everything. And in the middle of the afternoon, it's easy to get lost in all the things you think need to be done. Pressing on, you fight your battles, feeling tempest-tossed, forgetting that the battle is already won. The Lord will preserve your going out, shine a sweet light on any doubt, each step to take, each gift to wake, each song to sing. The Lord will preserve your coming in, showing you right where to begin. The Lord will take care of everything. Now it's tempting to think we must take on the world, is going down, I settle in and put all care to rest. For I know right here is heaven, and love is all around, and all of God's creation is forever blessed. The Lord will preserve your going out, shine a sweet light on any doubt, each step to take, each gift to wake, each song to sing. The Lord will preserve your coming in, showing you right where to begin. The Lord will take care of
Thank you, Desiree. Before we sing our closing hymns, I would like to thank a number of people. First, Desiree, thank you so much for your beautiful musical experience you shared with us today and all the inspiration from your words and your song and your talents. We just so greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming today. As you've heard today, healing at 12 Acres is expected, supported, and ongoing. Thank you for your support of our mission. We also want to thank Arlene Pickett and the members of Los Gatos Church for so generously sharing the auditorium with us today. Thank you. We will be having a reception and refreshments following the meeting, our last hymns, in the patio in the back. Now back to Desiree for our closing hymns. First,
Yes, first I'd love us all to sing our beloved doxology, hymn number 1. And as you're finding it, I just want to share with you one of my favorite quotes by our beloved leader, Mary Baker Eddy. May the divine light of Christian Science that lighteth every enlightened thought illumine your faith and understanding, exclude all darkness or doubt, and signal the perfect path wherein to walk, the perfect principle whereby to demonstrate the perfect man and the perfect law of God. So let's sing this through once and then hum it together. Be thou, O God, exalted high, and as thy glory fills the sky, so let it be on earth displayed. And now let's all rise up in preparation for going out for the reception and refreshments. And let's all sing Peter Allen's fine hymn. Hymn number 453. Rise up and walk. 453.
Thank you all again for coming.